Hey, it's your boy Rugby League Roundup back here with another video, another episode of the Beyond the Tryline podcast, episode 32 this is, and we're going through the NRL tips for round 24. This is the second round of the Indigenous NRL round and NRLW round, but we are going through the NRL tips tonight. So we'll get into it with Thursday night, tonight's game, Panthers versus the Sydney Roosters, and we'll start with the Panthers side. Dylan Edwards back from injury at fullback. Jenkins and Brian Toto on the wing. Alamotti and Isaac Tungo in the centres. Jack Cogger and Cleary in the halves. Moses Leota, Liam Henry, the front rows. And Freddie Lassie-Cooker. Second rows, Isaiah Papali'i and Liam Martin. And lock forward, Lindsay Smith. The bench is Jackson Edgar, Billy Scott, Scott Sorensen, Luron Patea, Billy Phillips and Blaze Talangi, and the coach Ivan Cleary. For the Chooks, Cody Ramsey at fullback, Billy Smith and Marky Mark on the wings, with Hugo Savala and Robbie Toya in the centres. The half pairing is Daly Cherry Evans and Sam Walker. The props are Reece Nafahu White and Spencer Lenu. The hooker, Reece Robson. The pairing in the back row, Celesi Foketti and Siwa Wong. And the lock forward, Victor Radley. Connor Watson, Lindsay Collins, Nat Butcher, Egan Butcher, Tommy Talau, and Rex on the bench. And the coach is Trent Robinson. Now, this is obviously a hard game to pick. Like I'm struggling to pick this game. I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking I'm probably going to get it wrong. But my gut feeling is to go with the Roosters in this one. I'm going to go with the Roosters to win 22 points to 18. I think Roosters will just get it done. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I just got a feeling Roosters win. Going to go with Mark to score a try. And I reckon Paul Alamotti will dive over for a try as well. So yeah, Roosters 22 points to 18. And those two players to score a try. Moving on to the next game. Friday, 6 p.m. Eagles taking on the Dolphins. At fullback, Clayton Falolo for the Eagles. Jason Saab and Lehigh on the wings. Kula and Garrick in the centres. Joey Walsh and Fogarty at the halves. Props, Siamio and Laiafi and Nathan Brown. Brandon Wakeham, the hooker. The back row, Homoli and Corey Waddell. Lock forward, Jake Trebojevic. The bench is Jake Simpkin, Nicholas Lanars, Fletch Baker, Jackson Sherab, Josh Felity, and Hugo Hart. Reserve on a Tony Large, and coach is Foz, Kieran Ford. For the Dolphins now, Hamaso at fullback, Jermaine Asaka and Selwyn Cobbo on the wings. Centers, Jack Bostock and Herbie Farnworth. Halves pairings, Cody Nikarima and Isaiah Katoa. Prop forwards, Tommy Flegler and Francis Molo. And 9 is Jeremy Marshall King. The second row pairing, Connolly Lemuelu and Kulikefi Funifuaki. And Morgan Knowles is the lock forward. The bench is Max Plath, Ray Sloan, Tom Gilbert, Felice Carl Fusi, Bradley Schneider, and Tavita Nafahu. Reserve, Brian Puniu, and the coach, Christian Wolf. For this game, I'm going to go with the Dolphins to win 36 points to 16. I'm going to go with Hamaso to score a try, and I reckon Clayton will go over for a try as well. Moving on to 8 p.m. Friday, and it is the Dogs taking on the Rabbitohs at home. And the Dogs line up as Connor Tracy at fullback, Kiraz and Renekama on the wings, centers Burden and Tuwala, halves Crichton and Galvin, front row pairing Max King and Leo Thompson, hooker Bailey Hayward, Viliami Kickout and Jacob Preston are your second rows, and Jamin Salmon the lock forward. Bench is Kurt Mann, Josh Curran, Harry Hayes, AJ Jones, Bronson Sherry, and Jake Turpin. Reserves, Jack Underhill, Sean O'Sullivan, and Jonathan Sewer. Coach, Cameron Cipriano. For the Rabbitohs, Dufty at fullback, AJ and Campbell Graham on the wings, Talos Duncan and Jack Wyden in the centres, Cody Walker and Jaden Sullivan in the halves, Tavita Totola and Keon Kaloa Matangi in the front row, Brandon Smith in hooker, and David Fafita and Adam Elliott in their back row pairing. Cameron Murray is the lock forward, And the bench is Jai Gray, Lockie Hubner, Sean Kepi, who just extended, Ewan Aiken, and Peter Mamazelos, as well as Edward Cossey. Bench is Jonah Glover, Liam LeBlanc, and John Riddell. Coach Wayne Bennett. This game's hard. It's a battle for the top 8. And this is a very hard game to pick. But my gut feeling says the Dogs in this game. I don't know, but that's what my gut says. I'm going to go Dogs to win 28 points to 22. Very close game. And I think AJ will score as always. And I'm going to go with Lockie Galvin to get another try this week. All right, Saturday, 3 p.m. Sharks taking on the Canberra Raiders. Let's go through the team, shall we? Kennedy at fullback, Katoa and Mulatalo on the wings, Moana Heroti and Kale Iro in the centres, Braden Trindle and Nico Hines in the halves, Oregon Kafusi and Jesse Colquhoun in the front row, Blake Brayley at hooker. Second row pairing is Britton Nakora and Teague Wilson. Lock Cameron McInnes. Bench is Hohepa Billy Burns, Sifa Talakai, Tom Hazelton, Michael Gabriel, and Braden Hamlin Dwele. Niwai Puru, Sam Stone Street, and Tuku Tapua are the reserves. Coach is Craig Fitzgibbon. For the Raiders, KO Weeks at fullback, Jed Stewart and Xavier Savage are the wingers. Sav Tamale and Matt Tomoko the centres pairing. Ethan Strange and Ethan Sanders the halves. Ata Mariota and Joseph Tarpany are the front rowers. Owen Paddy is the hooker. And Zach Hosking, Matty Nicholson are the second row. Morgan Smithies is the lock forward. And Thomas Starling, Joe Roddy, Josh Papali'i, Dane Laurie, Venna Case, and Sebastian Chris are the bench. Reserves, Kobe Black, Sione Fino, and Jordan Utah are the reserves. And Ricky Stewart is the coach. For this game, I'm gonna go with the Sharks to win 32 points to 12. I think Sharks will be too strong. After last week's loss, they're gonna want to return with a big win. So Sharks to win 32 to 12. Kennedy and Ronaldo to score a try in this game. All right, moving on to Saturday, 5:30, where the Eagles take on the North Queensland Cowboys at Parramatta. All right, fullback, Arpa Twiddle. Wingers, Brian Kelly and Addo Carr. Centers, Will Pinasini and Jordan Samrani. Volkman and Moses are the halves. Luca Moretti and Junior Paulo are the front row pairing. Talon De Silva is the hooker. Jack Williams and Kidione Katonga are the second row. And Jack DeBellin lock forward. The bench is Dylan Walker, Saxon Pryke, Tinkham Brown, Josiah Funa, and Tony Mataele and Sean Russell. Reserves, Kelma Tuolangi, Harrison Edwards, and Riley Smith. The coach, Jason Riles. For the Cowboys, Scott Drinkwater, fullback, Braden Burns and Murray Taulangi on the wings. Zach Labour and Tom Chester in the centres. Jake Clifford and Jackson Purdue are the halves. Front row pairing is Griffin Neem and Jason Taumalolo. The hooker, Reid Marnie. Second row is Helam Lukey and Kai O'Donnell. Lock forward, Ruben Cotter. Bench is Sonny Luke, Thomas McKaylee, John Bateman, Cohen Hess, Sam McIntyre, and Ethan King. Reserves, Caden Lars, Mason Kira, and Liam Sutton. Coach is Todd Payton. In this game, I'm going to go Cowboys to win 28 points to 20. I think it'll be close. I think Eagles have been great in the last few weeks. And I'm going to go Jake Clifford to score a try. I'm going to go with the young fullback, Arpa Twiddle, to score as well. So 28-20 and those two players to score. Broncos, Warriors, 7:35 nighttime game. Let's go through the teams. Broncos, Reece Walsh. Wingers are Josiah Karapani and Grant Anderson. Centers, Kotoni Staggs and Dean Mariner. The halves, Ezra Mann, Tom Duffy. Front row pairing, Xavier Willison and Payne Haas. Hooker is Billy Walters. Second row, Jaden Hunt and Jordan Rickey. And lock forward, Patrick Carrigan. Bench is Ben Hunt, Orblik Stoha, Jack Gazeski, Ivar Asemu, Blake Moser, Ben Tulty. And reserves are Shibasaki, Jesse Arthurs, and Hayes Perrin. Coach, Michael Maguire. Now, for the next game, for the Warriors, I'm going to go through their team. Chance at fullback. Dallin and Alofiana Camperera are the wingers. Ali Leitao and Leka Halassim are the centres. Chanel Harris Tavita and Luke Metcalf the halves. Front row pairing James Fisher Harris and Mitch Barnett. Hooker Wade Egan. Second row Kurt Capewell and Jacob Laban. Aaron Clark is the lock forward. Bench is Sam Healy, Tanastow Smith, Dimitri Waimonga, Eddie Jeremiah Toava, Tyne Tuapiki, and Adam Pompey. Reserves are Morgan Gannon, Luke Hanson, and Mackay Tafua. For this game, I'm going to go Warriors to win 38 points to 20. I'm going to go Ezra Mam to score and Luke Metcalf to score in this game, as well as Leka Halasima. All right, moving on to Sunday afternoon footy, where the Knights are taking on the Titans. Let's go through the Knights side here. And the Knights at fullback, Caleb Ponga, wingers Dominic Young and Greg Marzu, centers Dane Gagai, Bradman Best, Fletcher Sharp and Sandon Smith are the halves, Cody Hopwood and Trey Mooney the front rowers, Phoenix Crossland at hooker, Jermaine McEwen and Francis Manulelua the second row pairing, lock forward Matt Croker. Bench is Harrison Graham, Tyson Frizzell, Lockie Crouch, Thomas Cart, Fletcher Hunt, and Pasame Solo. And reserves Kyle McCarthy, Diesel Hagen, and Toby Winter. Coach Justin Holbrook. Titans, fullback Keanu Kinney, wingers Dean Jeremiah and Philip Sami, centers Jojo Fafita and AJ Brimson, halves Jaden Campbell and Lachlan Ilias. Moake Fodawaker and Tino are the props. Hooker is Oliver Pascoe. Second row, Josh Paxton and Bo Fermor. And lock forward, Chris Randall. Bench is Curtis Moran, Cleese Haas, Cooper By, Bodie Sharpley, Sam Verrills, Jalen DeGroot. And the reserves, Arama Hull, Siali Fayamani and Jet Liu. Coach is Josh Hannay. Go with the Knights to win 42 points to 18 in this game. I think Knights are just too strong. I'm going to go Callum Ponga to score, and I'm going to go Philip Sami to score in this game as well. All right, Tigers versus Dragons to finish off the round. Let's get into it here. And the Tigers, Jureen Buller at fullback, Junior Tupou, Sunia Taruva, the wingers, Solomon Saukuru on debut, and Patrick Herbert in the centres. The halves pairing, Jerome Lua and Adam Dewey. The props, Terrell May and Fanua Pole. Hooker, Apasai Coruscant. Second rows, Samuela Fainu and Tony Suka. And lock forward, Alex Twau. The bench is Heath Mason, Sione Fainu, Alex Seyfarth, Bunty Afoa, Tristan Hope, and Tino Tavana. The reserves, Ethan Roberts, Javon Andrews, and Charlie Murray, and the coach, Benji Marshall. For the Dragons, fullback, Clint Gutherson, the wingers, Setutu and Tyrell Sloan, Moses Sully and Val Holmes are the centre pairing, with your halves, Larkin King Togia and Kyle Flanagan. The front row is Loko Pacific Tonga and Emre Gula, hooker Damien Cook, Dylan Egan and Hamish Stewart in the back row, and Ryan Couchman at lock forward. The bench is Jacob Little, Toby Couchman, Jacob Hallengahu, Jacob Webster, Dan Atkinson, and Matt Feeney. Reserves Josh Kerr, Blake Laurie, and Christian Tuipulotu. The coach, Dean Young. This game, I'm going to go Dragons to win 26 points to 18. I think it'll be very close. I'm going to go Val Holmes to score a try. I'm going to go Dylan Egan to get a try in this one as well. So that's it for my tips, guys, and that is Beyond the Tryline, episode 32, NRL Tipping Show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave your predictions in the comments down below. Take care, and goodbye.